This week is an international break, Thursday night, and then next Sunday, so you've got Greece and Republic of Ireland for Lee Carsley's England squad. I haven't seen any reports of Tommy T being about and maybe just showing his face and seeing the lads and what have you. Do you think he'll rock up and have a little bit of a look, or will he leave Lee Carsley to it?
No, he'll leave Lee to it.
Do you agree with that? He's the gaffer. Get in there, man.
Why?
He's the manager. He's coming in.
If you was on holiday, would you cut your gig? Don't start until
Bro, it's
New
one
Year's,
day.
mate.
It's one evening.
Mate. Nah, mate.
And it's one of them's in Greece.
Yeah, he just needs to chill out.
Yeah, well, you can double it up with your holiday. Just have a night off.
Nah, he's all right. He's on holiday. It's enough.
So you're saying...
Why does he need to be there? He don't start
He's the manager of the team.
So what? It's not... He
Go
ain't started
and show your face.
The contract hasn't started yet.
Mate.
It's not in effect yet.
Mm.
It's also... I don't know about his contract situation with Bayern. I don't think he's out of contract.
I'm not asking him to go and manage the team. I'm asking him to turn up and go, all right, lads, how you doing?
He might not be allowed to.
What, just to go and say hello?
Might not be allowed to. You don't know. I don't know what the stipulations of his contract is. Maybe it's not. So we can't talk if we don't know what we're talking for. But yeah, I wouldn't mind him going. Yeah. But I just don't think he might not be able to.
He can go as a fan. Go as a fan and go and get a ticket and go and sit in the stand and go and watch how they play. Get a feel for it.
I think he knows how they play now.
Go and get a feel for it, mate.
Well, go get a feel for it.
Go to Greece and go and get a feel for it.
He might be there.
I hope he is. What do you make of the England squad that was announced this week? We've got some notable absentees: Nick Pope, Kobe Mainoo, Marcus Rashford, Jared Bowen, Harry Maguire, James Maddison, Eberici Eze, Declan Rice, Danny Welbeck, Ivan Toney. Obviously injuries and some out of form and what have you. But what do you make about the guys that he picked?
I like some of the new names. Bellis, Howard Bellis, it's a nice one. Lewis Hall as well, could stake a claim for himself in that team. But yeah, I like that. Angel Gomez retains his spot as well. Yeah, I like the team. It's nice, really good. No complaints there. Obviously, you've got Eze that I felt I want to see him kick on at some stage in an England shirt. Danny Welbeck, to be honest, he deserves a spot, but he's just obviously not there at the moment. And then Ivan Toney's not going to get looked at, I don't think, at this time and moment, because he's gone to another league where probably he's not as covered for us to see how he's performing. Has he started over there yet?
I've no idea, mate.
See, exactly. So
I've not been watching. I've not been watching the Saudi Arabian league.
I don't think anyone has anyway. So, been keeping up with Ivan Toney's career since he's been over there. So I'm not sure.
I would like to see in these games, and I know, listen, people will say, well, they're important games. It's the Nations League and all this type of stuff. And I know that we've had a blip and what have you, right? Mm-hmm. I would like to see an opportunity. Starting opportunity for someone like a Dominic Solanke, who looks like he's coming into some type of form at Spurs, doing bits. Listen, I know it's very difficult because we're talking about Harry Kane, aren't we? Who is an elite striker and doing bits at the very, very highest level. But I think if you're doing a bit for your club, as Dom Solanke seems to be doing, coming into that form, let's have a try. Let's see what it looks like.
Yeah, you say that. It all sounds great, doesn't it?
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, is it?
No, it's not going to happen.
Sounds great, though. But that would be, I think, with this game, I think Lee Carsley is going to look at it and say, I've got to leave it in good shape for Thomas Tuchel to take over. So I think he's done one camp already. Mm-hmm. This is going to be the second camp, and then there's going to be a third. So he's probably looking at that to build up to leaving it in a good way and playing some of the football that he knows them boys can play.
I'll tell you what, the thing that I'm impressed with, right, listen, it's much of a muchness for me as I'm looking down this squad. A lot of familiar names, some younger lads getting in there and getting opportunities and what have you. One thing that I am actually happy with, have we picked a guy that actually plays left back for his club?
Yeah.
I think we have, haven't we?
Yeah.
I've been impressed actually with Lewis Hall this year. I think he's doing.
He's come on well.
He's done
come on nicely.
He's done really, really well. He's looked like a what's the word I'm looking for? Seasoned pro in the position that he's playing. and he absolutely deserves his opportunity to be a part of the squad. I hope he plays. He's playing in that position.
Well, that's the position.
Let's
where
play people
we
in the
were
positions.
missing in the obviously World Cup and the Euros.
Well, I felt sorry last time out. We tried Rico Lewis, who I think has been brilliant at certain points, especially right at the start of the season, as a right back. Then you're asking him to go. I know he's a footballer. He's a good footballer.
A proper footballer.
He's a technical football player. But then, right, I need to go and play left back for your in international football. Come on, man. Let's give him a chance.
You know what I mean? Give him a chance. You can't just use him as a polyfiller.
Exactly.
Polyfiller players are really good. Don't get me wrong, because they're footballers more than anything.
Yeah.
But they don't want to really play in certain positions, but they can do a job. You don't want players that can do a job for your country. You want players that are specialists at their job.
Yeah. So hopefully Luis Hall gets his opportunity from the start. I think as I'm looking at the midfielders, listen, I'll be dead honest, I've not been paying too much attention of the Spanish league at the moment. So Conor Gallagher and Jude Bellingham, I apologise. But I'm looking at some of the other guys in there, and I think Curtis Jones has absolutely earned an opportunity to get a start there. I think he's played really well for Liverpool.
Playing brilliantly for Liverpool, and it just shows you where they are in the league and how he's been affecting the games.
Yeah.
He could do both. He could do a few roles, Curtis, because he can come off the bench and affect the game, and he can start games now, because that's what it was. It was about the starting, because he was a really an impact player. Now I think he's transformed this season into a starting player that can affect the games from the start of the game. So he's been brilliant. So hopefully he can get to the next level now and stake a claim for a starting role in that England team. I don't know where he's going to play. Do you reckon he'd play off the left or behind? It depends how you're going to deploy him. So that's down to, obviously, you've got Lee Carlton that knows him really well from the under-21 days as well.
I think they won the tournament. He was in the tournament, wasn't it?
So that will. So I'm glad to see him in there, and hopefully he does well.
This is all playing out this week. You'll be able to hear the build-up and obviously the games on talkSPORT. Thursday night, Greece, the destination, and then it'll be Republic of Ireland a week on Sunday. So make sure you are checking out the latest UEFA Nations League games involving the England team. Lee Carsley's England before Thomas Tuchel obviously takes over the national squad.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.